In recent weeks, Iranian people have bravely continued their protests and uprisings. We have seen unprecedented workers' protests on 1 May, teachers' protests on 10 May, the Baluchis in Zahedan on 20 May, massive protests in the city of Kasserun, where 4 people were shot dead by security forces on 17 May. Lorry drivers who have been on a nationwide strike in more than 200 cities all over Iran for more than a week. People are demanding their rights in Iran, but there is almost no mention of these uprisings and protests and human rights of the Iranian people by our EU institutions or our EU officials. Instead of focusing only on the nuclear deal, we need to listen to the people in Iran who are fed up with the dictatorship. They want this regime to go, and they deserve our attention.
Iran is supporting terrorist group. They are constantly and massively breaking human rights, and a number of their citizens the number of executions is increasing. People disappear and never appear again in Iran. This regime deserves to be condemned, and pressure should be exerted by the international community.
After protests in January, when 14 people died under suspicious conditions in prisons, protests have been going on. In the past months, professors, truck drivers and others have signaled their discontent during protests. In March of this year, 3 protesters were killed, and so developing relations with Iran must be supported with an improvement of the conditions in Iranian prisons and the general situation of human rights in Iran.
Mr. Deputy Speaker, Mr. Commissioner, as it's been said, the effort to save the nuclear deal must not overshadow human rights protection, because that belongs to the constitutional fundaments of the European Union.
We face a brutal dictatorship which is responsible for half of all death penalties in the whole world, against all human rights and values of the EU. Junge Frauen und Männer protestieren in den Straßen des Iran für Freiheit und Demokratie. Es ist unsere Verpflichtung als europäische Politiker, diese Menschen zu unterstützen. We have to stop only looking for the nuclear agreement and the business we are chasing ahead. So it is clear that we have to stop our policy.